guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're here in Las Vegas for the SEMA Auto Show. Obviously lots of excitement. One of the places we had to stop at was the Lexus booth, and it's for this vehicle right here. This is it. This is the totally redesigned from top to bottom 2022 Lexus LX 600. But before we get into this supersized luxury off-road SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. Lexus, that brand that's been around since 1989, that premium brand from Toyota, built on not only reliability from Toyota, just like that brand's been around, but also luxury and a total holding resale value that will blow your mind. Now with this vehicle, this is gonna be that one that if you want a large size off-road capable SUV, you're gonna have to go the Lexus route because there is no Land Cruiser coming to the United States. Another big thing, this is sitting on the chassis of the new Toyota Tundra, which we have brought to you in many different ways, many different forms. What I wanna do though is I wanna talk about this, show you the changes, show you everything that's new, and find out, is it worth the price for this new LX? Let's go ahead, we got an F Sport. Let's go ahead and find out with our new LX 600. Checking out the exterior, that nice black finish. There's just something about a Lexus in black that really just shows that class, shows the luxury, shows the style. Now, when we start at the front of the business, you're gonna notice new design on the headlights, all LED. We have our LED triple beam headlights. We have our LED daytime running lamps. I like the way they shape the housing, and everything is included in the actual housing. As we drop down on our F Sport, you have large functional corner vents, gonna bring air for those heat exchangers because guess what? No V8, we have twin turbocharged power. Also liking on our F Sport, this nice brushed aluminum style finish in the lower corner with LED fog lamps. So it really shows that connection to the other vehicles in their lineup and showing what they're bringing for 2022. Now, as we come across that big spindle grille design, it really fits it to a T. I love the way that the F Sport doesn't have that kind of razor blade look to it. Spindle grille design, of course you're gonna have a forward-facing camera, very important when you're going off-road, and then gloss black all the way down, more of that silver aluminum finish with a nice finishing piece along the bottom. We're looking at well over 8 inches of ground clearance on that air ride suspension, gonna give you that nice ride, but also that ruggedness that you need. Getting up onto the hood, check it out. You have 2 rises with a nice valley in the center, everything going towards the windshield, super clean styling. Coming around the bend, what do we got? The largest ever on a Lexus SUV, first time 22-inch wheels on our F Sport. I love the dark, nice chrome finish to it. You got 4-piston massive calipers black with the Lexus badge, and then of course that 4x4 all-wheel drive that's gonna transfer the power to the back. But this multi-spoke design, even the way they painted the full fender, no flat black, everything looks classy, everything looks set up just perfect. Of course, we got our F Sport badge, nice, tasteful, simple. And then as we continue down the side, color match on the mirror caps, some shiny chrome finish. I'm gonna zonk this. I wish they would have went with a dark chrome finish on the side, but we have turn singles, shiny bright metalwork top and bottom. That would have been another nice touch to have the darker black chrome finish. But I like the roof rails. Of course, you'll be able to get your crossbars, your cargo basket, wherever you're gonna go. Running boards, fixed position, and I think the good news is that they're flat black because as you know, especially if you have kids, if they're coming in and out, they're gonna be banging this around. You don't have to worry about that getting scratched up. Little bit of nice chrome on the door handles, nothing too gaudy, nothing too flashy. Working towards the rear, look at the size of this rear quarter window. Really nicely done with the shape, flared aluminum finish into that rear pillar. And then when we get to the back, check it out. Nicely done on the tailgate. You have the new Lexus LED lights. Look at how they light up, really great lighting all the way across with the Lexus badge. No more just the badge, we have full lettering, just like on the NX that we brought to you. And dropping our way down, you'll see the F Sport touches, just like up front, brought onto the rear, some flat black, some aluminum finish, and we have that full towing capability. Wait until you hear the towing numbers. We actually have a car hauler tow and attached to our LX, and there's the badging, LX 600, twin turbo power V6. Wait until we pop that hood, but looks classy from the back, even with that nice long low roof spoiler. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what's powering this Lexus. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have, of course, 2 hydraulic hood struts. Underneath the hood, very, very tasteful engine cover. And that's what I'm liking about this LX, is everywhere you look, you're seeing nice, tasteful additions to the exterior. Wait until we get to the interior, but you'll see that engine cover with those words, twin turbo. Now, of course, we can't get the new Land Cruiser here in the United States, but this is your opportunity to go this big Lexus luxury SUV. So what are we looking at? We're looking at that new 3.4 liter twin turbo V6, 409 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and the great news of the day is you now have some maximum towing capability, over 8,000 pounds of towing capability, and of course that all-wheel drive 4x4 setup that's gonna get you through the places you need to go with crawl control, and sitting on this chassis that is now borrowed from the Tundra. Lots of big changes, but you know what? We're talking about big on the outside. We got some big power underneath the hood. Let's get to the interior and see what's big for 2022. All right, guys, we're inside the 2022 Lexus LX 600. This is that total redesign that's taken place on the outside and the inside. Now, I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I'm loving the changes on the exterior, the power underneath the hood. What's going on the interior for the price? Well, MSRP has not officially been announced yet. Many people are speculating around $90,000, but let's see what you get for the money. New for 2022 to the door panels. Lexus has raised the bar on that level of fit and finish. I love all that nice white contrast stitching. We have some silver trim, which is great because instead of doing like a faux carbon fiber, very classy, very tasteful, the Mark Levinson sound system, a little bit of gloss black around the switch gear, and then the door pocket is on the tighter side, so maybe one Bavarian pretzel, and that's about it, and a bottle of Pepsi to wash it down. Going from the door panel to the dash, what I love is how much space. The dash is very push far forward with the stitching, soft touch material, even the silver trim around the AC vents looking great. And then here's where things get out of control in a very good way. You want 12 inches? Well, guess what? You're gonna get 12.3 inches from Lexus with this infotainment system, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, navigation. I love how it's mounted. Easy to see, great visual reference point. You got your start-stop button conveniently placed. Don't worry about the volume knob. There will be one. They take them off at the auto show because a lot of people have sticky fingers. What's awesome is not only do you have the 12.3-inch digital display, you have this 8-inch display that has Gran Turismo style graphics, G meter. You can see how the all-wheel drive is going to be set. Obviously, you could adjust your AC controls. And speaking of AC controls, if you don't want to touch the screen, you have total switch gear, dual climate, easy to get to. You got your different drive mode selector, crawl control, and then look at the nice cubby that we got down below. You have at least 3 Twinkies, 2 USBs, a USB-C and a USB, heated seats, ventilated seats, and this is going to control that new 10-speed automatic transmission. 2 cup holders, love the silver trim, wireless charging. You can lock that center diff, which is awesome. And of course, there's even a 12 volt that is gonna allow you to have all that connectivity you want and a heated steering wheel, plus the mode selector knob with your different modes that you could scroll through. Coming through, what I like about the center console lid is this. Guess what? I could open it for me, but I could also open it for you. Plenty of room in here, easily put a signed football by Tom Brady in there. That's what Lexus is bringing. And then the seats, F Sports specific with the branding in the headrest. Love the perforated material, the stitch work, full electric assist all the way for the passenger and also for the driver. And then when it comes to sunroofs, you have your standard size sunroof. Plenty of room in here. I'm swimming in room, but why don't we go ahead, let's get into that mid row and see how your passengers are gonna like this new LX. Guys, we're inside the business end of this LX 600, totally redesigned for 2022. Come on into the business end. Now, what's great is I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of headroom in here. Of course, you're gonna have full electric assist, like we said, for the passenger and the driver, 3 memory seat settings, and you can see all the beautiful work that's been done to the door panel. with the great stitching, the Mark Levinson sound system. Look at the foot box. On this F Sport, you're gonna get massive dead pedal with that aluminum dead pedal, brake pedal, and throttle. Lexus does some of the best foot boxes. You have a little bit of aluminum trim down below with the F Sport badging that's gonna light up nice and bright. And then of course, all your seat controls, easy to get to, easy to adjust. That lower lumbar feels really, really good. Now, when we talk about steering wheel, that's always been a place where there's need to be some redesign. Look at what we have for 2022. All new steering wheel. You got two different types of leather, smooth leather, perforated leather, a little bit of simulated stitching on the horn button. This is an F Sport specific steering wheel. Paddles on the back of the steering wheel to go up and down, that 10-speed automatic transmission, and then guess what? Our digital display. So you're gonna have that 7-inch large digital display in the center. You could scroll through the different modes, which is gonna change what that tachometer looks like. Nice, clear digital graphics and some analog gauges. But really what sets the whole thing up is that you have a large head-up display. We got the sunroof, which is a great size. And then I love the height of the center console, but let's go ahead, looking at this center console here with the wireless charging, let's go ahead, let's jump into the mid-row of this LX 600. All right guys, mid-row time in this new LX, and the great news is that guess what? Sitting on that updated Tundra chassis really gives you a lot of great room in here. And of course, finishes. You have the leather all the way around, nice large pocket here, easily put a couple hubcaps that maybe you took at one of the SEMA giveaways. They've been having all these sorts of giveaways. One company was giving away hubcaps. Put a couple hubcaps back in here. Look at this command center. We got rear AC, and you also have, of course, ventilated heated seats and dual climate control in the back. So thank you, Lexus, for doing that. Plus, I can lift. I have a button here to lift to get my Tom Brady football so that nobody steals it from me so I could sell it on eBay. Close that up. My own pocket here, the Mark Levinson sound system. I could keep everybody out with the nice security shades. I'm 6 feet tall, like I said, plenty of headroom. So many speakers in here, more than Radio Shack ever sold. That's the kind of sound quality you're gonna get. Plus, armrest, push the button, 2 cup holders. But this is what we like to bring to you here on Raiti's Rides. We like to bring the action to you, but let's go ahead, let's get into the cargo area and see what we could put in our new LX. All right guys, time to open up the rear hatch. Hit the button, you get a couple beeps. Look at how it opens nicely, even with the trailer attached. And then look at the maximized space that we have. On the driver's side, you do have a home power source, and we have the buttons to lift up the seats, which I'll do that in a second, but nice wide opening. Since we have the seats down, you could actually see the cup holders, and you could also see the USB that's in here for the charging. Really nice, clean setup. And I think when you compare this to the previous generation, look at how everything folds flat. Remember, you used to have those clamshell opening seats? Everything's open flat. You lift this up, we got some Twinkie storage under here. Easily put a baker's dozen, and you could tie them down. Lock your Twinkies in so that nobody steals them. Boom. I'm gonna go ahead, push the buttons here, and that's gonna actually raise the seats. So I want to show you how much room that you have with the third row up, and we have AC vents while we're waiting for this row to go up. AC vents in the ceiling in the rear area, but this is how much space with the seats all the way back. A little bit on the tight side, but the good news is I think most people are going to have this third row down, but really just able to showcase what Lexus is doing. And then of course, I know you're ready for me to say it. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle. Not gonna happen today, but with everything working out the way that it is, in January should be the national media event for this beast of a vehicle. But we wanted to be the first to bring it to you live from SEMA, because we're live. We're filming unedited here. We're just bringing it to you any which way we can with this massive crowd. But I want to thank Elisa and the whole team over at Lexus for allowing Raiti's Rides access to this new LX 600. I know I'm excited. Let me know what you think about the price. Is it gonna be worth that price? No official pricing yet, but I think we might be onto something. Leave it in the comment section, but if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content like this just for you, click the link in the description, get yourself some Raiti's Rides merch. Got to give it up to the queen of the camera. She is solid like a brick rock, if that even makes sense, because she gets this camera and gets this car on camera for you, and she gets the business done. So thank you, Lori, for being the muscle behind the lens and just amazing all the way around, and for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.